The Lagos State government has assured residents of better transportation system backed by 21st century technology. This was announced by the State Commissioner for Transportation, Frederick Oladende, while briefing the press about the forthcoming maiden edition of the National Transport Technology Conference and Exhibition at Alausa in Ikeja. He says the conference will come up with emerging trends in the transportation sector and will be implemented in the Nigerian transport space for the benefit of all.
Traffic management and transportation stands as the #1 pillar of development for Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's team's agenda. Governor Sanwo-Olu has consistently given priority to the transportation sector with the provision of different modes of commuting on the road and waterways. The Red Line is also currently receiving attention as the state government races for time to deliver the Blue and Red Line projects. The latest innovation about to be introduced in the sector is a technology solution that would change the face of transportation in Lagos and the country at large. The State Commissioner for Transportation gives the details during a press briefing on National Transport Technology Conference at Alausa, Ikeja.
Integration with other modes of transport has been an issue. So you would understand that, especially in Lagos, and it's similar across in Nigeria, that the road sector itself caters for about 95% of the trips that we carry in Lagos. And so, over time, with the population of Lagos exploding and the population of Nigeria also increasing, we need to find a way to make public transport affordable. We need to find a way to make public transport attractive, and we need to find a way to integrate all forms of transportation in Nigeria. So we'll be looking at technology that would help to integrate, for example, water transportation and the bus sector, and also coming up across the various states. You will know that Lagos State is building 2 rail lines. Other states are also coming up with their rail technology. And it's important that the rail line, the bus sector, water transportation are integrated in such a seamless fashion that it makes it attractive for people to actually drop their cars at home and then use public transport. So for example, in Lagos, we have launched the Cowrie card where people do not have to pay for the individual modes of transportation. So with that card, you can then go on rail, you can go on water, and then you can use it on your bus mode, and then very soon you'll be able to use it to call up lag ride. So it makes it cheaper because you're integrating it. It makes it seamless, and then it cuts down on waiting time. And most importantly, we need to begin to ramp up the productivity of our citizens in Nigeria. So, and that's why this conference is very important. How can technology make our transport system effective and efficient? How can we deploy technology in such a way that we can schedule our bus, the number of buses that will traverse a particular corridor in an hour? How can we integrate in such a way that when you board your rail and then you get off and then you want to get the bus, we try and minimize the waiting time to about 5 minutes. All this can only be done using technology. And most importantly, with the current debate on climate change, how can we drive down greenhouse gas to 0 emission? And the only way to do that is to transit from where we are now to electric. But there will be some issues, there will be some hurdles. How do we overcome those hurdles? And these are all the issues that we'll be discussing at the conference.
He also says the bus rapid transit system already has an app that helps make commuting a lot easier. And the same will be done for the Red Line.
What we're doing is deploying intelligent transport system that is able to acquire all this information and then optimize people's movement in such a way that there's a seamless movement from one point to the other. The other one is land use integration. So we do it in such a way that every community has a station. It could be a bus station, it could be a rail station, it could be a water station within 500 meters of where they live. And that's why transport planners and city planners have to work together to develop a plan that ensures that you minimize the walking distance to stations so that people can access, you improve accessibility. Another one is also called the public transport information system. So from your home, and that's what we're giving Lagosians in particular, options. So when you look at what the government is doing, so we're building rail, we're building the bus rapid transit, we are reforming the bus system, we are also reforming water transportation. And so when you look at the three spines of Lagos, you look at people going to Badagry, for example, you have the blue line going to Badagry, you have the BLT along the blue line, you have the bus reform also, and then you have water transportation. So people have four options. Okay, you look at the northern spine, that's the red line corridor. You also have the BLT that goes from Ikorodu all the way to Mile 12 to CMS. You have the bus reform, and then you have water transportation from Mile 12, which we're planning, Agboiketu, Oworoshoki, etc., going all the way to Marina. You look at the Lekki end, which is the third spine. So that's from Badore for water transportation, Badore, Lekki 1, all the way to Marina. We have the green line going all the way to Lekki Free Trade Zone, and then we have LPSL buses going all the way to Ajah, etc. So you can see that we're giving people options. So with those options, you can sit down in your bedroom and then plan your journey and then decide what mode to use. So that's why you have the BLT app, and then very soon we'll have an integrated app that would include the rail, that would include water transport, etc. And then it gives you the options of what you can choose, the amount you will pay, and then it is now up to you.
The Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Transport Commissioners Forum says Lagos has been chosen to host the National Transport Technology Conference and Exhibition because of its well-structured policies that other states are hoping to leverage on.
Lagos was chosen as a maiden, to host the maiden edition for reasons not far-fetched from the fact that Lagos State is strategic in the transportation sector. It is a known fact that Lagos State has gone far ahead, in comparing with other states, in ensuring that Lagosians access affordable transportation. As such, Lagos State was chosen to set the pace for other states and in terms of policy drafting and implementation within the sector. So we want to say it's not the wrong choice, and we have come here to solicit that every one of us, stakeholders within the transportation sector, draw our chairs together and see how we can possibly improve the service within the sector. This event promises to be an all-inclusive one as it seeks to galvanize players within transportation and the technology sector to explore innovative solutions as well as fashion out workable action plans that will integrate integrate smart transportation within the sector for the benefit of Nigerians. We are looking forward to having both the policymakers, operators within the sector at this event, and technology will be displayed. There will be solutions. Our hope is that at the end of this conference, there will be an action plan with which the federal government, the Federal Ministry of Transportation, will draw policies from, and to ensure that best practices are being deployed in the transportation sector of this country. It is a known fact today that transportation is huge, in this country as it is in other countries, and it's a great source of revenue, it's a great source of economic boost for every nation. So it's time that we look inward and see how best we can drive transportation through technology.
The National Transport Technology Conference and Exhibition is scheduled to hold in June 2022.